Do me a favour, plug me into a GX4000. Sonic the Hedgehog, the big game of the early 90s for Sega, came out on the Megadrive, also versions for the Master System and the Gamegear. In 1991-92, you couldn't move for Sonic. It even comes built into certain Master System consoles. Of course, the original Megadrive version is the one to have all that beautiful colour, scrolling, sound and the speed. Oh boy, the speed. What this game has over the Mario series is speed and colour. Yes, even the game on the SNES, what's it, 3? Sonic just beats it hand down. And there's been various other versions of Sonic over the years, 2, 3 and 3D and all sorts. The one from the Dreamcast, which is incredibly short and yeah. But there's now a version for the GX4000 and, well, it would seem a natural fit because like the Master System, the GX4000 has a Z80A processor. I mean, it has more RAM because the Master System has a mere 8K, 16K of video memory, like the CPC, although then again that 16K comes out of the main memory. Anyway, up till now, the best the Amstrad owners had were Prehistoric 2 running on the Plus machines and Fluff by Rob Buckley, which isn't a terribly good game, but Amstrad Action went nuts over when it was released in, 1994? They made him rush it to release it, so it's really not finished. The development of the GX4000 version of Sonic started in 2019, so it's taken six years to get completed, but that's the nature of 8-bit projects. They're done in people's spare time, and we've seen tech demos of it, but frankly, you know, when people do those demos, I don't pay too much attention because quite often the game never actually comes out. Not produced or under license for Sega, nice touch, and it's produced by the Condense team. So it's looking very Sonic 1 on the Megadrive, isn't it, with all the parallax in there? Kind of slightly muted, not very kind of CPC colourful. Anyway, here we go. Well, it certainly moves, and it's overscanning. Movement feels peculiar. And you suddenly realise there's no momentum. Now, I can't remember if the Game Gear version has momentum, probably not on that small screen, but certainly the Master System and Megadrive do. So it means directions changes are rather sudden and abrupt, and you can see me here kind of get to grips with that. It's not how you expect Sonic to play, and there's probably good reasons why they've done this. Main sprite is rather blocky and large. Again, that's slightly odd, but it may be a technical limitation. But it doesn't half move, and look at all the colours. I'm trying to work out, this isn't certainly not the Megadrive layout, and all the Master System layout either, so it may well be the Game Gear screen layout, which might also explain why the sprites are large. Although in the background there's normal mode 1 pixels, so I'm not quite sure what's going on here, some kind of memory thing. But it's all here. I can't test the Game Gear version. That's the end of stage 1. There's a 100-page presentation on all the technical details of this, which frankly... Oh, hang on, right. So this isn't Sonic 1, because I was expecting the wonderfully fun pinball type stuff, which is really good on the Master System and not so good on the Megadrive. Well, it's Sonic Spinball, isn't it? They turned it into Sonic Spinball. This is Sonic 2's bonus level from Megadrive, I think. Looks really nice. Someone should use this engine to make a Plus version of Trailblazer. That would be very good indeed. What am I going to do? I need 50. Oh, no, I've done it. I think, yep. I've reached my goal. I've got an extra life. Well, that's good. That's a way of getting extra lives. So on to Act 2 of Stage 1. Again, I assume this is the Game Gear layout, because that's not how the Master System or Megadrive version go. In which case, I'm wondering if the game's been shrunk down. Well, the Game Gear version is shrunk down, isn't it? People I always thought the Megadrive, the Master System version and the Game Gear versions were the same, and they're not. I could play the Game Gear version under emulation, but yeah. Ooh. It's a lot of, game seems to have a lot of rings, all sprinkled around in the same place. That's a Chaos Emerald. And I don't know if the Game Gear does that either. See, I've been doing my Sonic revision on the Megadrive and the Master System and did quite a lot of capture to compare it, and then I'm being caught out here. Just wondering why that main Sonic sprite is so blocky. It's been scaled up, hasn't it, to make it bigger. And again, Dr. Robotnik's that C64 thing where they scale sprites up to make them bigger. And it's not something you see on the CPC unless it's some kind of dodgy conversion. There's going to be a good technical reason they've done this, but I don't like it. It's very C64. And this sprite as well again. Look at it with the huge pixels. Amstrad games don't do that. It's quite strange. It's all very well being full screen overscan if you're going to have to scale the pixels up. It's peculiar. And someone will say, oh, well, it'll look better on a CRT. It's not the point. The thing is, Mode 0 pixels should be Mode 0 pixel size. This is the Game Gear version, because this is the bridge bits, which I remember from playing on my mate's Game Gear. It's here. This is Sonic. I've heard so much hype about this game. And yet, there's technical bits here that are blowing me away, but I'm not feeling it like I do with, say, R-Type or Pinball Dreams. Where I'm going, wow, look at this. This makes me so proud to be an Amstrad owner. Look at this. It's more like a technical demo of getting Sonic running on the CPC. And I mean, there's a version of Sonic for the C64, and that requires a 256k memory expansion to run. It's like, why would you need that if it's on cartridge? So, Dr. Robotnik again with his giant pixels. Oh, I've died. Yeah, they scaled up the Game Gear graphics. In which case, why not just manually... I don't know. I don't know why this has been done. It's either memory saving or it's reusing assets, but it just doesn't make it look like an Amstrad game. You know, you look at how beautifully anti-alias the graphics on, say, or the new version of Pang are, and it looks like a CPC game, and this it looks like when you're playing a Lynx game on emulation or something. We're lacking pixels. Shouldn't we have had another level? I don't know. Anyway, this is what, jungle level. And again, I'm out of my depth now because no familiarity with the Game Gear version. Just edited this bit in to plug the ChinnyVision Ko-Fi because it's this time of year. The fee for the ChinnyVision podcast is up, so any donations via Ko-Fi are gratefully received. And the ChinnyVision podcast is a thing that exists. It is occasional, but there's a link in the description below. And even if you don't want to chip anything in, there are a load of free-to-view bonus videos over on Ko-Fi. I mean, it's all competently done and very technically well done, actually. I'm just not sure if we're not looking at a technical demo and rather than a game. Because Sonic games have something about them when you play them. They have a certain feel. The physics are absolutely spot on. Everything is so spot on. And there's something about this that just says, it's Sonic, but it's perhaps the supermarket own brand Sonic. I don't know. There's some element missing here, and I'm just not feeling it. You're not going to pick this up. There's the thing with R-Type on the CPC, the new version of Pinball Dreams. Haven't we skipped a level now? Anyway, I'm unsure. There should be at least one more level after this. That's nice. Like that. But, yeah, there's some... With Pinball Dreams on the CPC, the enhanced version, and the new version of R-Type, you go, wow, and you just want to play them over other versions because they're so good. I'm not seeing any reason why I'd pick this up over the... Apart from these middle bits, any reason I'd pick this up over other versions. And I'm wondering, I need to go and look at the Gamegear version after I've played this, because I think compromises had to be made here to get it to work on the GX4000. The Master System only has 8K of RAM, but perhaps it can grab memory from cartridge easier than a GX4000 can. Because a GX4000 cartridge is essentially a standard CPC ROM. So what it's going to be grabbing in 16K blocks and then loading them into memory, which can make things really tricky. So we've got Dr. Robotnik there. Oh, chase me. Act 2, isn't it Act 3? Act 3? Act 2? I don't know, anyway. Should have another level now. That should be the... just the end game sequence. I think we don't have all the levels. In addition to some features I feel might be missing from the Gamegear. Yeah. Yeah, that's got to be the end of game. I think they've had to compromise some reason. It's a half a meg cartridge, but I think the paging on the CPC may well be restricting them as to how they can do it. It may also explain why the C64 version, with its own paging, needs to have 256K of RAM to play the full game. I think that was about 20 minutes in total. I didn't explore all the sections. There's probably a load of hidden sections I didn't find. But yeah, 20 minutes, and I think I'd have to check. I'm going to go away and have a look at the Gamegear version. Sonic the Hedgehog on the Amstrad GX4000. It's a brilliant technical demo, and you can't take that away from it. Where it lacks is the gameplay. It doesn't feel right. Sonic is a game where everything is always nailed on. And you'd expect this game to be at least on par with the Master System version, and it's not. Oh, it looks nicer, providing you can ignore the large pixels, but Sonic on the Master System, it feels right. It feels a little bit sparse, but it's a good game. On the Gamegear, well, you're going to be playing it on a tiny, tiny screen. It doesn't have all the things from the Master System version, but it has all these extra bit levels and things, and therefore it's a game designed for a tiny screen. What we've got here is a mashup of the 3 versions, plus Sonic 2 as well, with things taken out, things added. And as soon as you do that, it's certainly not the Sonic the Hedgehog you're expecting. It's a technical demo for what the GX4000 can do. There's a superb game engine here that could be used for something. Is it Sonic? No, but certainly there's a whole platform here that could be used for other games, and that's not going to please the hardcore CPC fans. It's not going to please the coders, and I'm really not trying to denigrate their superb efforts in creating this game for the GX4000. It sounds like I'm having a go at them. I really am not. It is a superb technical achievement. By all means, give this a go, and you may well disagree with me, which is fair enough. And when am I ever right? I'm just a reviewer with an opinion. Certainly, I'm not going to put down my Master System version or my Megadrive version for this, like I would with R-Type or Pinball Dreams, but I'm glad it exists, and if you get some enjoyment out of it, then, well, it gives you another game to play in your GX4000, doesn't it?